there, fellow car enthusiasts and drivers. Your trusty mechanic is back, and today we're going to bust some of the most common fuel myths that have been circulating for far too long. Trust me, even the smartest among us have fallen for these at some point. So it's time to set the record straight and save you from wasting money and causing unnecessary headaches. Before we dive in, let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself at the gas station, scratching your head and wondering if you're making the right choices? Maybe you've heard some advice from a well-meaning friend or family member, only to second-guess yourself later on. Well, fear not, my friends, because today we're going to separate fact from fiction and arm you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions when it comes to fueling up your ride. Now let's kick things off with myth number 1. Premium gas makes every car run better. Oh boy, have I heard this one a million times. People proudly proclaim that they only put premium gas in their trusty Toyota Corolla because they want to take care of it. Well, let me burst that bubble for you. Here's the truth, folks. You're just throwing money away. You see, octane rating isn't about quality or power. It's about resistance to detonation under pressure. Higher octane fuel simply means it can handle more compression before it ignites. If your car's engine wasn't designed for premium gas, you're literally getting zero benefit. Nada, zilch, nothing. So here's my honest advice. Only use premium fuel in 2 situations: if your owner's manual requires it, or if it's specifically recommended for your vehicle. Otherwise, save your hard-earned cash and stick with regular. Your car won't know the difference, but your wallet sure will. Next up, myth number 2. I need to run my tank almost empty before refueling. This one drives me nuts because it's actually harmful to your car. Let me explain why. Your fuel pump sits in your gas tank, and guess what keeps it cool? The fuel itself. When you constantly run on a near-empty tank, you're essentially making your fuel pump work harder and hotter than it needs to. I once had a friend who needed a $500 fuel pump replacement because they always drove around on empty. Ouch! So what's the best practice, you ask? Fill up when you hit under a quarter tank. Your fuel pump will thank you, and you'll avoid any unnecessary wear and tear. It's a win-win situation. Moving on to myth number 3. Topping off after the click gives you extra gas. Wrong, wrong, wrong. When you hear that click, your tank is full, period. Here's what actually happens when you try to squeeze in just a little more. The extra gas usually gets sucked back into the station's vapor recovery system, and you risk damaging your car's evaporative emission system. Worse yet, you might even cause gas to spill out when your car is parked on an angle. Trust me, it's not worth the hassle or the potential mess. Last but not least, myth number 4. Ethanol in gas is always bad for your car. Listen up, folks, because I see this one all the time. People freaking out about the contains up to 10% ethanol sticker at the pump. But here's the real story. Most modern cars built after 2001 are perfectly fine with ethanol blended gas. Don't get me wrong, pure gasoline will always be the best gas to use. And ethanol does have a bit less energy than pure gasoline, so you might see a slight drop in fuel economy. We're talking maybe 3 to 4% here. But here's something most people don't know. All gas stations in your area get their fuel from the same few pipelines. The only real difference is the additives they mix in. So that super cheap gas station is probably just fine, as long as they maintain their storage tanks properly and add good additives. So there you have it, folks. The 4 fuel myths most people believe, busted wide open. Remember, use the octane rating your manual recommends, nothing more, nothing less. Don't run your tank close to empty, and please, for the love of all things automotive, stop trying to top off after the click. If you found this video helpful, do me a solid and hit that like button, share it with your fellow car-loving friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more insider mechanic knowledge that'll keep you ahead of the game. And hey, if you've got any fuel myths or experiences you want to share, drop them in the comments below. I'm always eager to hear from you, my fellow gearheads. Remember, a little bit of knowledge can go a long way in keeping your ride running smoothly and saving you money in the long run. So stay tuned for more tips and tricks, and keep those engines purring, my friends. Until next time,